Moments NBA players forgot how to play basketball. Look, NBA players eat, breathe, and live basketball. So when they forget how to play, that's a bit concerning, right? I mean, if you saw someone you know forget how to eat, you'd likely be a little alarmed. Despite the fact that playing basketball is essentially vital to the life of an NBA player, we still get a good laugh when they totally forget how to do it. Mainly because there are usually superheroes on the court. When players experience major brain farts, the cameras don't stop rolling. And everyone can watch as Iron Man looks more like aluminum foil man. From memory lapses to total meltdowns, here are the top moments NBA players forgot how to play some basketball. By the way, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and switch your notifications on so you'll always be in the know when more great videos like this are available. And stick around for the last couple players who not only forgot how to play basketball, but forgot they were adults altogether. Let's get it going. Giannis whips it real good. The athletic competitors that they are, some athletes become hyper-aware they are competing, but completely forget in what sport. This has to be the explanation for Giannis Antetokounmpo in a match against James Harden and the Rockets. Giannis was backing down his defender in the paint and suddenly thought, it's time to win this dodgeball game. What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball again? Is it dodge, duck, dip, and throw a dime at Harden's dome? Hey, at least Giannis wasn't holding the wrench at the time. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. And let's be fair, some of the blame goes on Harden for not dodging the basketball that was soaring through the air at 188 miles per hour. Speaking of Harden, he's our next on the list. Harden needs self-love. Now, if you thought James Harden only took a Spalding to the face once in his career, you'd be wrong. Though that doesn't necessarily mean everyone in the league is gunning for him, some of this may be self-inflicted. In a game against the Pelicans, Harden was trying to get the shot off before the buzzer. The brain fog had already crept into his noggin, as his mechanics were decent, with the exception of the fact he let go of the ball at the beginning of his jump shot rather than the end. He quickly resorted to knocking some sense back into his own brain. Or maybe we can chalk this up to the fact that sometimes coaches tell their players, when your shot isn't falling, pass the ball. If that's the case, Harden delivered an excellent hard bounce pass to his own face. Hey, great unselfish play there. Though, typically you want to do that before the half is over. Well-traveled Westbrook. Known to give it his all on every game and every play, Russell Westbrook can be a nightmare to defend. But once upon a time, the Warriors seemed to come across an excellent strategy. Give him all the room in the world. Normally, Westbrook has a defender in his face and needs to dribble or pass his way out of trouble. On this particular inbound play, Westbrook had one whole half of a court to himself to bring the ball up. Look at those wide open pastures. How relaxing. Westbrook didn't have to worry about shaking a defender. He was free to walk right up the court while carrying the ball. Looking like your 5-year-old nephew playing ring bear at a wedding, Westbrook happily moseyed on up the hardwood. Only after 6 steps or so, he got called for his travel itinerary complete with a layover in OKC. Even that travel was a bit too tough for the refs to let go. LeBron bends it like Beckham. Yes, even King James is subject to a memory lapse or two. This appears to be another scenario of player forgets what sport he's playing. In a game against the Nuggets, Lakers star LeBron James thought he was a galaxy star and did his best soccer player impression. And by all accounts, the impression was spot on, as LeBron rolled the ball down the court and made sure not to touch it with his hands. After all, LeBron wouldn't want the refs handing him a yellow card, right? As Nuggets defenders jumped towards LeBron, he decided it was finally time to use his hands to play keep away. Where's the best place to put the ball so the other team can't get their hands on it? That's right, out of bounds. If LeBron was worried about missing a shot, then this was a successful possession, as there was no shot taken. Way to keep those averages up. Kyrie's finger roll. Before he traveled the flat earth to Boston and then to Brooklyn, NBA star Kyrie Irving started his career in Cleveland. Though the pawns of the media may not deserve his attention, the top of the backboard has proven a chess piece worthy enough of Kyrie's consideration. In a game against the Bucks, Kyrie went for a razzle-dazzle type of move, a beautiful finger roll, which he hoped would awe and inspire the fans. Maybe he pumped one too many finger curls in the gym because that finger roll had some launch on it as it bounced off the top of the backboard. We jump to conclusions and want to blame Kyrie for this atrocious shot. We assume he lost his skill or his mind in that moment. He may not be fully to blame. I mean, in all honesty, the gravitational pull on a flat planet is extremely hard to gauge. The flight pattern of balls in this atmosphere is completely unpredictable and inconsistent. Ugh, that flat earth will get you every time. Steph on Space Jam. Many know Stephen Curry as one of the top players in the game. One could assume if many on this planet know that fact, then beings from other planets could likely know this as well. This explains a lot as Stephen Curry faced the Lakers one day and was looking like he caught a case of the Space Jams out on the floor. After stealing the ball, one of those fat little Space Jam aliens must have sucked the basketball skill right out of him as he lost the ability to jump and finish a simple layup. If slipping and falling on the floor wasn't enough, Curry became a glutton for punishment. Some say it was dumb, some say it was even dumber. But Curry planned to totally redeem himself by bringing the ball out to the perimeter to drain a three. Nothing but air. Someone should tell Curry if he wants to impersonate Air Jordan, the air did not stand for airball. Maybe the actor that Steph is, he might have just been going method in preparation for the Space Jam sequel. Who knows? Klay's double bumble. The Space Jam bug didn't only latch on to Steph. Poor Klay Thompson caught it as well. Although Klay isn't necessarily the guy from high school deemed most likely to remember, he seems to be a bit forgetful in general. But you would have thought his basketball game would have stayed on touch. Not the case. In a contest against the Knicks, Klay got a look in the corner, pump faked the defender, and then readied himself for the shot. But oh no, the ghost of Kadeem Hardison from the sixth man apparently traveled with the Knicks and blocked Klay's shot. I'm embarrassed I've seen that movie. What's more is, it must have not have been a clean block, as Klay clearly felt the contact and immediately looked for the foul. I mean, why else would the ball move backwards out of his hands as he takes his shot? Klay is a professional, people. This type of thing just doesn't happen. The work of basketball playing ghosts is at hand here. It's gotta be. What's more, Klay hasn't only forgotten how to play basketball at times, he has forgotten how to celebrate as well. Well, not so much the act of celebrating, more so the order of events that needs to take place before the celebration can take place. In a separate game against Dallas, Klay saw Steph with the ball. He forgot the next step is see the ball go in the hoop, then celebrate. After skipping a step and going straight to celebrating, Klay was surprised to see the ball come back at him. Unaware the play was still going on, Klay was caught between still playing and celebrating modes. So he did what any would do. Throw the ball out of bounds. Yeah, ending to play does mean he can go back to celebrating. What he's celebrating at the moment is still up for discussion. Plumlee for NFL. The big man, Mason Plumlee, has put in some good work in Denver. Usually a bench player, but nonetheless a professional basketball player. In a contest against New York, Plumlee apparently fancied himself as a different kind of star in Denver. On this particular night, Plumlee must have thought the Broncos were paying him top dollar to be an offensive lineman. As the opponent was bringing the ball into the paint, Beasley, also on the Nuggets, was guarding him. That is, until Plumlee did his best run-blocking routine and shoved him out of the way. Not only did he have the wrong sport in mind, but if you're going to be pushing anyone, at least push someone on the other team. Come on, Plumlee! Though he did close the night with a very rare stat of both surrendering a bucket and fouling his own teammate on the same play. If your definition of a legend is someone who performs one-of-a-kind feats, then Mason Plumlee is the stuff of legends. Robin Lopez is linebacking. It must be due to the significant overlap the NBA and the NFL have that confuses players. Most likely, when Robin Lopez was playing for the Chicago Bulls, he used to enjoy watching a good Bears game on the weekend, but maybe he took his fandom a little too far. Against the Milwaukee Bucks, Robin Lopez had to stare down the barrel of a gun that shoots out Giannis Antetokounmpo fast break bullets. Now, anyone who saw Giannis charging at them full speed could lose their cool. Robin Lopez lost a lot more than that. He appeared to think back to his training that the Bears linebackers taught him through the TV. Wrap up and tackle. You can't accuse Lopez of not playing defense. You can, however, accuse him of not playing basketball. Maybe this is why Lopez ended up on the Bucks eventually. Giannis was probably begging to get all linebackers in the NBA off of the opposing teams. OG and Serge BFFs. This pair of Raptors once upon a time shared a mind that lost all sense of how to play the game of basketball. OG Anunoby and Serge Ibaka played an entire offensive possession, arms linked, running around the court together like a couple of schoolyard kids. Aw, isn't that cute? Clearly they thought they were professional Red Rover players and pranced around trying to get players to run through their hands. It's gotta be. Leaving Toronto with only 3 real basketball players for an entire possession, OG and Serge took it upon themselves to play the all-too-forgotten game within the game. Whatever they were trying to do didn't quite seem to work out. But the good news is, no one broke the bond of their held hands. And that right there means their friendship will last forever. If they keep playing like that, their NBA contracts will last much, much shorter than forever. But hey, you can't put a price on friendship, right? No matter if it's holding hands, playing other sports on the basketball court, or just plain forgetting what it is they're doing out there, there are plenty of NBA players that experience moments of complete confusion. Lucky for their bank accounts, they don't seem to last too long. And lucky for you, we caught all the best ones. So let us know what you think. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.